car drifting. An extra 300 aerobatic aircraft was on hand to wow those in attendance. And for the first time ever, we had fighter jets at the fiesta. Remote-controlled ones, that is. The crowd was amazed at what these turbine-powered aircraft could do. Up close, these flying miniatures were even more impressive.
The rivets, everything, even the canopy looks like it's for real.
Familiar faces? We've seen many of them in the past Asian Air Safari episodes. All of them make it a point to come and visit me during the balloon fiesta to help contribute to the event's cause. Part of the proceeds of the balloon fiesta goes towards scholarships for deserving kids. This year, I thought I would introduce the pilots to one of our school beneficiaries, the Santa Teresita Elementary School. The pilots were overjoyed at seeing the efforts made by the kids in welcoming them with their national flags.
Well, we're here at the Santa Teresita Elementary School. We're giving the foreign pilots an opportunity to see what Filipino life is, and we're also sharing with them what happiness we can have with flying a hot air balloon.
The kids put on a proper show for the visiting pilots. Having the kids interact with the visiting aviators was a great way for them to learn about other cultures, geography, and maybe even inspire them to pursue a career in aviation. It isn't called a balloon fiesta for nothing. A full-on barrio fiesta was organized for our visiting aviators. This was a good way to let our guests experience Filipino culture and hospitality at its best. There was singing, dancing, Filipino delicacies, and of course, games. The atmosphere was great. It seemed like everybody was acting like they were 9 years old again. And that for me is a good thing. Fast and furious action in the air and on the ground when Asian Air Safari returns.
Caliber Magazine. May you always have the luxury of time.
This portion was brought to you by
Rudy Project, Luminox.
3 hours, 22 minutes. Flying time, Manila, Shanghai. 10 minutes, 40 seconds. Time for takeoff clearance. 45 minutes. Flight time for reserve fuel. 1 second is all.
It's alarming to know that 7 out of 10 Filipino adults have bodies that are aging faster. Defy body aging. Live healthy and take Sustagen Premium with the Multi-Defense System every day. Take the first step to fight body aging. Take the Body Age Challenge now.
At the crack of dawn, the pilots assembled to be briefed on the weather conditions.
This is the weather as of 5 o'clock. There's a storm in the Balkans and a storm in the sea, but the wind over here is as calm as can be. The dew point is 20, feeling cheerful now. And your altimeter setting is 1008. Don't be late. So that's it for now. We're keeping it short. Ladies and gentlemen, the weather report.
How come nobody claps for me?
And for the first time in the history of the fiesta, we had to call off an afternoon flight because of heavy rains.
We have to pray for good weather tomorrow, and we'll just tell the crew that I think we can't fly with this kind of weather, even tether.
Third day, and the sun was out. The balloon fiesta was in full swing again. Despite the rain cancellations, this year saw a total of 480 sorties, flown with no incidents. This was no small feat considering the large number of aircraft over Clark at any given time. This year also saw the largest participation by the Philippine Air Force. The Philippine Coast Guard was also on hand to demonstrate their capabilities. More flying activities meant more aircraft, more pilots, specialized ground crews, and the fuel needed to run the activities. There was also the task of shipping balloons and other flying machines from all points in the globe to the Philippines. Making all these elements come together was a huge task put forth to our staff of volunteers. With over 4,545 participants and 79,104 viewers over the weekend, this was the largest installment of the Balloon Fiesta yet. All the hotels and restaurants in the area were fully booked.
Roy, the food was just absolutely perfect.
Oh, thank you. We hope you like it. We wanted to have your guests to taste the Kabampangan food. I think after all, what you're doing here is bringing these foreigners here so they could see the culture that we have as Filipinos and particularly as Kabampangan. So that's why
right.
we tried our best to present all of this food tonight.
Each night was a chance for everyone to cut loose and have fun. Each year also gives us a chance to pay tribute to people who have contributed to the growth and development of aviation, not only in the country, but in the region as well. This year was more special because of the 100 Years of Aviation Awards.
Some memories about your father. Did you ever get to fly with him?
No, I never did, because I was always afraid that he might turn his, get a plane that could fly upside down.
Another tradition we have with each balloon fiesta is our annual beach outing. That is what many of my friends come here for. First thing I did when we boarded was check out the cockpit of this Jetstream aircraft.
So Ferdy, no tiller on this one.
The tiller's on the
Only
left
on the captain side, huh? I like the way they make this yoke. Makes it feel like you're a big, heavy airplane. So, I'm really looking forward to having a go at this.
This year, we took our guests to the beautiful province of Albay in the Bicol region of the Philippines. Albay, a short 1-hour hop from Clark, is home to powdery white sand beaches and the majestic Mayon volcano. We landed in the capital, Legazpi City.